Was that enough? Is anyone there? I wanna scream. Is this a dream? How could this happen to me? This isn't fair. This nightmare, this kind of torture, I just can't bear. I want you here. I want you I waited so long for you to come. Then you were here, and now you're gone. I was not prepared for you to leave me. Oh, this is misery. Are you still there? I wanna scream. Is this a dream? How could this happen to me? This isn't fair. This nightmare, this kind of torture, I just can't bear. I want you here. I want you God help me. I wanna scream. Is this a dream? How could this happen to me? This isn't fair. This nightmare, this kind of torture, I just can't bear. I want you here. I want you here. I want you here. I want you here. An ache so deep that I can hardly breathe.
Well, welcome back. You're listening to Kingdom of Healings, 710 Radio, 22.9 Moth, Denver, Colorado. And in this last segment of the show here, I want to go through the antibiotics and things that you can do to boost the immune system. There are more than 100 trillion bacterias in your body, alone. They're in your mouth, the digestive tract, nasal passages, ear canals. They're on your hair, they're in your blood, they're on your skin. Microbes teem in virtually every nook and cranny of the human body. We've been conditioned to think that bacteria being bad or dirty, because they've been associated with illness. Medical science is increasingly discovering that the vast majority of the microbes that share our tissue are crucial for good health. There are good germs that we need and to stay healthy. Bacteria form the complex and crucial important ecosystem of the microorganisms on which we all depend. So we have, we're a living microbe here. The microbes help us with many things like digestion, vitamin production, and detoxification. Their most important job is to defend us against the invaders and provide immunity. Unfortunately, the human microbe is becoming endangered. We have over-antibioticed so much that there are a lot of good bacteria that does not even exist anymore in the digestive tract. We have lost a vast amount of diversity, with the numerous species of bacteria becoming extinct within individuals. There are modern plagues that refer to an array of health conditions that are on the rise and are linked to these missing microbes. So there are certain forms of bacteria that no longer live in the digestive tract. They're gone. They are gone. And this has come from the over-antibioticing. For every single little ache and pain and runny nose and, ear hurts and, my dad had a word for those, but I'm not going to say it. It's the crosswise thing, we find that a lot of these microbes that are missing, that are gone, that they lead to some of these illnesses that are on the rise, by affecting the digestive tract as well and how well the system functions. Some of the rise of these diseases that we're looking at that is being attributed to the loss of specific good bacteria in the digestive tract is diabetes, asthma, allergies, celiac disease, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, autism as well. Remember, 30 years ago, autism was 1 in 10,000. Now it is 1 in 10. The numbers back everyone up, showing that these diseases have skyrocketed. At the same time, we've started using more antibiotics and antibacterial products. So remember, I said something about the silver wipes. That is something specifically that we use. We don't use this antibacterial stuff. It kills off everything. Plus, it's made from a chemical. It's it's toxic. The asthma prevalence is higher than ever in the United States, with an 8.4% of the population now suffering. Some 9% of U.S. children now have asthma. I mean, come on, 9%. This gap is up from 3.6% that was in 1980. In 1980, the percentage for children with asthma was 3.6. Now today, it's 9%. Diabetes, the story for diabetes is similar. In only 15 years, from 1955 to 2010, diabetes cases have soared 82%. Stop and think about that. 15 years, up to 2010. From 1995 to 2010. That's only 5 years. Diabetes cases soared 82% in the U.S. Celiac disease, prevalence of the gluten allergy has quadrupled over the past 50 years. Well, what have they been doing the last 50 years? Well, they've been crop dusting. You know, they've been crop dusting all of the wheat and the corn and the soy. Autism in 1975. 1 in 10,000. You know, we're now 1 in 10. While better detection and awareness has caused an increase in some of these numbers, experts say that there's little doubt that these diseases are, they say there is little doubt that the diseases are dramatically increasing in actual prevalence. Modern health plagues such as these, of course the medical field is not going to admit it. You know, they're not, because they perpetuate this stuff with the FDA, and we are not being protected. So, modern health plagues such as these are much different than the ones that swept through the human race in earlier times. Unlike polio, smallpox, or typhus, today's diseases such as diabetes, colitis, don't kill swiftly. Instead, they wear down the sufferers gradually. Unlike most lethal plagues of the past that struck relatively fast and hard, these are chronic conditions that diminish and degrade the quality of your life for decades before you succumb to the illness. The first question is, what's causing the problem? The medical field says they don't really fully know. But there are doctors out there that say that the antibiotics are the big part. Penicillin was the first antibiotic developed back in 1928. Back then it was hailed as the miracle cure because of its ability to treat a wide variety of infections. It transformed the world of medicine. Today, too much of this good thing has become a serious problem. Many doctors overprescribe antibiotics. When you take a common wide-spectrum antibiotic, it's absorbed into your digestive tract. It goes through your bloodstream, and then it travels to all of your organs and tissue. During this process, it kills any bacteria it finds along the way, and it does not discriminate. It does not discriminate between what is good bacteria and what is bad bacteria. It kills all bacteria. The main point of this is that when an antibiotic is given for a particular infection, it doesn't just target what's causing the problem. The broad effects of these microbes throughout the body are, they are destroyed in the path of all of this. The result is long-term changes in our microbes. Some of them are wiped out for good. There are changes that are only now starting to be understood by the scientists. However, there is a consensus that the changes compromise our immune system, making us more vulnerable to infections over the long term and leading to antibiotic-resistant germs for which we have no defense. When susceptible bacteria species are diminished or killed, the population of the resistant bacteria expand. Even a short course of antibiotics can create a resistance. We start collecting our microbes during the birth process. But when we start getting antibiotics at the same time too, after a newborn is washed and swaddled, he or she is given antibiotic eye drops to protect against rare eye infections. This means that only minutes after coming into the world, babies are hit with their first dose of antibiotics.